guys know what a push is? A push in this business is where the promotion itself gets behind you and gives you a push towards getting you over with the fans. Over meaning popular. And I want to use some of the vernacular and then I lose you guys. So a push is where the promotion itself uses the arm and the power to try to lift you as a way of getting you over in the hearts and minds, the applause of the crowd more. All right. And a push is very important because you will only get one. Very important that you, one, know what it is, but two, know when it's happening so that you handle it right. The reason you will only get one is because you would only need one and then you're over. Now the fans care about you, or they don't, but we've got the answer that we were seeking and we're going to go give it to somebody else. They will never come back. You will not get a second push. You will get one. When you're getting pushed in this business, you have to observe it. Nobody is going to call you. There will not be a dime where Dana White calls you and goes, hey man, you're getting the push. Click. You need to see that it's happening. Your only reward for doing a good interview is that you will get asked to do another interview. That pushes some guys off. That turns them off. And they go, wait a minute, I'm doing these interviews for free. This takes time. Yes, it is an opportunity. It is a media opportunity. And if you're good at it, you could get asked to do more, thus helping your push to get you over. There are many guys within this sport who have been given a push as of late, and they were not aware that it was happening and they dropped it. And what they are going to find out is that it isn't going to happen again. The word push, much like the word over, comes from a vernacular of carnies and was made popularized by professional wrestling. Vince McMahon firmly believes that every character needs tweaked, if not changed completely, every 12 months, or it gets stale. Once you do that tweak or you change that character, you would then be susceptible for another push of that character. But one of the things that you must do is be very consistent. The wrestlers, and for better or worse, this has been a byproduct that's actually been derived of very bad consequences as well. I'm aware of that, but they will make TV every single Monday, no matter what. Because if they don't, and somebody else takes their spot and that person gets over, they may never get a return. But the wrestlers understand the importance of consistency. Your top MMA fighters are doing interviews weekly, by example. The guys who wish they were in their spot will do them just prior to a fight because somebody called and offered them the interview. They would do the interview anytime, but they were not offered the interview, and they're not smart enough or good enough go-getters to go find their own media outside of it being set up for them. But the push in conjunction with consistency is what I'm trying to talk to you about right now. And we've seen this in 2020 with the sport's fastest rising star named Chimaev, and one of 2020's rising stars, which was Kevin Holland. And the one thing that those guys had in common is they were just out there a lot. They were just busy. They were making TV. The wrestlers make it every single Monday. The athletes are supposed to, in fighting, are supposed to do it 3 times a year if you even get a TV spot. Both Kevin Holland and Chimaev got TV spots, and they were able to make it to add to that push. But once it goes away, it's never coming back. That's where the expression, you got to make hay while the sun shines, okay? When the sun quits shining, you don't then get to decide it's a good idea to make hay. It's gone. You needed the sun, the push, the activity, the busyness. It's one of these things where if you were red hot, basic biology says you can only cool off. I will see guys get red hot and then think that's just going to last. That stuff doesn't last. Even in the scientific community, all it can do is cool off. So when you start to get this feel like the promotion is throwing an arm around you, hey, I think they like me. Hey, I've been undercard for a while. I've been on the main card and I'm getting closer to that co-main event. Hey, my phone's ringing. I'm getting a lot of media. When you start to feel that push, and you have to feel it, nobody's going to tell you we're pushing you. When you feel it, don't push back. Don't think I've had enough. Don't think I'm busy enough. Don't think the fans are going to remember me because of something I did yesterday. They're not. What is now and what is next? The only two things that matter in sport. What is now? What is next? Bilal Muhammad is getting a push, even if it's on accident, even if it's because he's getting a job because nobody else was willing to do it. It does not make a single bit of difference. A great way to get an opportunity in life is to be the only one who's willing to do it. That's great. But Muhammad is now going to be given the same treatment that Chimaev, that Kevin Holland get, and for the same reasons, which was just availability. Now, if he can go out and parlay that into the same successes of the Kevin Hollands and the Khamzat Chimaev, I mean, the sky is the limit. But these opportunities are so few and far between. I've watched a number of really great fighters get that push, but not be smart enough to know what was happening. Want to take some time, want to take a break. There's a reason the wrestlers make TV every Monday. It's called Making Towns. The taping's in a different town all the time, however you got to get there. The subway, hitch a ride, fly, train, whatever it is, you make that town. Or you're going to lose your push, and it doesn't come along twice.